Hey guys, me here again. There's a lot of twisted facts out there about the main event Mafia angle, and I'm here to correct everything because I'm sick and tired of people not knowing what the fuck they're talking about. And now, there's always little people, little marks that, think they know everything and blah, 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 blah. Well, sites that I used to get wrestling information from have become very opinionated recently and start stating this shit that, usually they know everything what the hell's going on, but they're kind of just bashing TNA and they don't have their facts 100%. I'm noticing sites now are a little bit slow with posting their news. You know, what was it? Nick Gage, CZW wrestler, robbed the bank and then turned himself in a little while later. Well, a week after he turned himself in, a lot of sites are like, oh, he turned himself in just like yesterday. Well, no, you're like a week behind. Wrestling sites are getting really far behind these days with their news. Like, I don't know, unless it's live or ongoing, it seems to be that they're getting their messages wrong. I'm still the only person out there who has the full main event Mafia angle and what the hell was supposed to happen. The reason why is because I have the best reporters in the wrestling world working for me, and because the fact is, like I've stated many times before, I know people within TNA. So, okay, the main event Mafia angle was originally redesigned to come back out because Spike TV wanted it. Spike TV is backing TNA. Spike TV has lots of money invested in TNA. Spike TV used to own Abyss, Sting, Kurt Angle, Booker T, Scott Steiner, and a couple other contracts. Spike TV is a huge fan of TNA and backs them a lot, and Spike TV really does want WWE to go. So it was their idea to bring back the main event Mafia. Alright, so Scott Steiner returned on the January 27th Impact, and, this is where it was going to, kick back in. Steiner had only signed to Lockdown and then had an extension to Bound for Glory, which a lot of people are speculating this is where he may retire. Okay, Booker T was not really going to be coming in to TNA. He was apparently under negotiation because Spike TV wanted it. TNA did not want Booker T in ever since his asshole shit that he did last time he was there. But Spike TV really, really wanted Booker T in. They were under negotiation, but the thought in the locker room in TNA was that he was not going to sign with TNA. So they had a backup plan. This backup plan, okay, it was going to be Kurt Angle, Scott Steiner, Sting, Kevin Nash, and Bobby Lashley. At Lockdown, we would have seen Lashley leave, okay? Lashley was going to leave. And then AJ Styles was going to turn face, betray Fortune, and he was going to be the 5th member of the main event Mafia. But at Lockdown, he would have looked like he was the 6th member. But Lashley would have to go to, go training for his MMA shit. Okay, so now we got that under control. The Impact that has not happened yet, that is happening tomorrow, apparently even talks a little bit about the main event Mafia. This is where, we find out who they is, the quick story rewrite because Nash and Booker and possibly Sting, but Nash and Booker went to TNA or went to WWE, and Sting might be as well. So, okay, I'm not going to give away the spoiler of who they is. You want to see it, check it, I already have it. Okay, so then, TNA, they did their whole rewrite, okay, and we would have actually seen the main event Mafia versus Immortals at Bound for Glory, and it was going to be the main event Mafia giving the company back to the X Division because, as we know, this year, TNA is investing in the X Division. Now, I'll go there in a second. Okay, so, fine. That didn't happen because of the two people that went to WWE and the one who still probably will be going. Up until the rumor that Sting was going to WWE, the main event Mafia was still going to be in place. We just wouldn't see it until after lockdown. We are going to see Kurt Angle, Sting, Scott Steiner, AJ Styles, and Samoa Joe. That was going to be the main event Mafia. Spike TV was getting a little upset. They didn't want that. They wanted the original main event Mafia. But you know, they were gonna go with it. Spike TV has said recently that, you know, the main event Mafia angle is done. It can't happen as long as Nash is in WWE, because if Nash is there, Booker T they can do without. They can bring back Bobby Lashley, Sting. A lot of people are upset if Sting goes. A lot of people are going to be really pissed. But, you know, they can't do it without Sting and Nash. Okay, so does this mean Bobby Lashley is coming back? I am not sure. There has been no mention of Bobby Lashley since the MEM angle was officially squashed sometime yesterday. If he is coming back, he will be at Against All Odds. That's what he was going to do. He was going to be at Against All Odds. Okay? So, right now, I mean, does Scott Steiner want to be in TNA? I don't think so. Steiner left TNA in early January. Well, I guess late December, but he's still kicking around, not getting paid. You know, wasn't working, but he was still, you know, backstage at TNA at the January 4th Impact of 2010. Scott Steiner is in semi-retirement mode. He doesn't really want to wrestle much anymore. You know, he's getting into that retirement phase. Well, you know, as TNA had said, you know, and as I had said, they don't think that Scott Steiner should retire on the indie scene. I mean, the guy's worth more than that. So this is why they brought him back in to TNA, you know, to have kind of a retirement, you know, a respectful retirement. And then what he decides to do after that is up to him. So we may see Rick Steiner come back. We may see the Steiner brothers have one more run, you know, one more month together. That'd be cool. I wouldn't mind that. But people are saying, you know, this main event Mafia angle was TNA's last desperate attempt to, you know, try to make it up there. And since it didn't work, TNA is going to fold. Where the hell did that come from? TNA is not folding. Let me tell you something. TNA has been making profit for since 2007. Okay? They've been making a profit since, I think, late 2007. Every year. WWE is falling backwards. Yes, WWE is worth a lot more money than TNA. Don't be stupid and don't say that, oh, they're worth more. Well, no shit, they're worth more. They've been around longer. They should be worth more. As you know, because I've stated so many times before, WWE was once worth $600 million. At some point last year, it became known from me, from off of other sites, that I had physical proof from that they had been worth $336 million. At their last fiscal announcement thingamajigger they had at the end of last year, WWE has now dropped to $328 million. While WWE is dropping, TNA is rising. Now, TNA, I'm not sure their actual worth. I've heard roughly the estimates around $50 million. I mean, that doesn't really sound like much. I mean, especially when you're comparing 328 to 50. I mean, what the hell's the bigger number? Obviously 328. But TNA is not folding. They're not going into bankruptcy mode. They're not, I don't know where the hell, you know, these sites all of a sudden, it's like they're trying to brainwash the stupid fans. TNA is not folding. Okay, I know I'm going to get a lot of WWE marks on this going, ha ha, WWE is kicking TNA's butt, blah, blah, blah. No, you're really not, okay? You want to sign, you know, I thought it was TNA. TNA was the company that signs all the legends that nobody wants. Because Kurt Angle doesn't have any talent anymore. You know, I love how many people have been saying when Kevin Nash was in TNA, he can't go anymore. TNA, you guys are stupid for signing Kevin Nash and keeping him there. But now he's in WWE, people are going, oh my God, the big man's back. He's a great wrestler, he can move, blah, blah, blah. What the hell are you talking about? You guys did the same damn thing with Jeff Hardy. When he was first in TNA, people were like, who cares, he's a bum. Then he went back to WWE and everyone went crazy for him. He's the best wrestler ever. Now he's back in TNA and WWE fans are going, yeah, it doesn't matter. He's a stupid wrestler. Blah, blah, blah. It's funny. As soon as a wrestler touches that WWE, as soon as they fucking step into that company, All the marks everywhere are kissing that guy's ass like he's the best wrestler ever. Soon as they go to TNA, they have the biggest, they get smacked around. They're, oh, well, they're nothing. They're useless. They're horrible, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter. This isn't a me bashing WWE video. If WWE is really going to try to get back into the Attitude Era like it's being rumored, which I highly doubt it'll happen, not yet, but if it is happening soon, you know what? I may flip the channel and start watching WWE again. I love the Attitude Era, all right? I was the one that created the group tag, the Attitude Generation. We were the guys that paid the millions of dollars to WWE when, they were amazing. We're also the people that left WWE and watched UFC and TNA, and going from $600 million to $328 million, where the hell did that almost $300 million go? It went to UFC or it went to TNA because we don't care. So you can't say that us, our generation, our attitude, the fans don't have any impact on WWE. We have 50%, at least 50% of their base was the Attitude. Now, okay, you could probably count for another 20% of people that are just watching it because they've always watched it and they always will watch it. There are a lot of people like that. But recently, a lot of my lead members, a lot of my reporters, a lot of my boys in the EHWF have stopped watching WWE. And they have over the past year. And you see people like that who are leaving WWE, not watching it. And look, they went from 336 to 328 in a 12-month period. They went down. TNA went up. What the hell? What is that telling you? TNA is a change. Okay, TNA made a mistake. Okay, they were promoting the main event Mafia angle because, they wanted all this shit. They didn't have guys under contract, but Spike TV told TNA, go for it, promote it. It's cool, no worries, no worries. We got it, we'll back them. We got the money. Nash will sign. Sting will re-sign. Nobody was thinking Sting wouldn't re-sign. Booker will, re-sign, even though you guys don't want him, but he'll re-sign. Well, look what happened. It blew up. Okay, so it didn't work. It blew up in their face, and they came out with another great storyline, and the fact that Immortals got to the main event Mafia and destroyed them before they returned. That was pretty cool. I like that. We'll see that up a little bit. We should be seeing that later on unless they edit it out, which they may, but that was what it is. It's pretty cool. It's not what they wanted, but it's still something, and it's still intriguing. So what? It's a fuck-up. Woo! WWE fucks up more than TNA, so leave it at that. Every company fucks something up. Who cares? At least they're trying to come up with something just as unpredictable. Well, this one was unpredictable. Who they is now, it's pretty damn unpredictable. Nobody saw that one coming. Oh, well, obviously nobody saw that coming up until a week ago. That wasn't even going to happen. But it's a pretty cool idea. So you know what? TNA made a mistake. They went full force on something without having guys under contract. They did it with Nathan Jones. They did it with Shamrock back in January of this year. But you know what? That's cool. They got something else going. It's looking pretty cool. Let's go with that. By the way, just so you know, a top WWE name was talking to, Terry Taylor of TNA about coming over. So we're going to see some apparently major WWE star, possibly when his contract expires, leave and go to TNA. I don't know who it is, so please do not ask. So yeah, WWE, you could take all the old guys. We'll take the new boys like the Scott Future. We'll take Christopher Daniels, who's back in TNA. Thank you very much. We'll take all the young boys that we're getting. So now who's getting the youth? Now who's getting the wrestling? It's us, baby. It's us. We had the Legends. The Legends helped build our company. They were the foundation for the company. The walls were going up. Now all the little pretty fancy stuff is being put in by the X Division. This is the year of the X Division. The old boys, that's okay. Because they're all selfish, greedy little bitches, and all they want at the end of the day is the money. So they can go get the money. And hey, maybe after Mania, when Nash's contract expires, if Sting signs his contract, if it expires then, come back to TNA, man. We'll do the main event Mafia angle and kick WWE's ass all over again. Fucking guys, get your facts straight. Before you start talking, get your facts straight. That's what's happened with the whole main event Mafia angle. So